Oh, hey guys, what's going on? It's In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes. Training some delts, baby, at Atomic Gym in Melbourne, Australia, with my brother and I and the big Swole bear.
Hey, hello. How's it going?
Special comments by Big Nevos.
Hello.
Special guest appearance by Jay Skippin.
Well, he comes at the start of the video and that's about it.
Well, he makes special appearance, and our Melbourne casual store assistant, Josip, makes a special appearance. You got all this cameos in this video.
Wasn't Josip just working on his buns on the vertical climb?
If you keep a close eye on the background, you'll find out. While you're keeping a close eye on the background, have a look at this Atomic Gym, Big Swole.
Yeah, it's like, I was thinking about this after we left. I'm putting it in my top 5 best gyms in Australia.
Bullshit.
I'm not kidding.
That's a big call.
Top 5 gyms in Australia.
Is it a rotating top 5?
Well, yeah, of course, it's always rotating.
Yeah.
But unlike a lot of gyms you go into that are, have all the equipment, all the dumbbells, and the place is just a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
With dumbbells spread from arsehole to Christmas. This is clean.
It was delicious.
And got awesome equipment.
And the graphics, the murals
everything
on the
about
wall.
it was awesome. Of course, the cardio equipment regulated to the top because you don't want it on the gym floor.
Delicious. That's the one word I have to describe this gym is delicious.
And when do you ever see a rear delt machine like that?
Well, there's a couple of machines you guys are going to see in this workout that are delicious.
Yeah.
Started this shoulder, aka deltoid workout off with rear delts, as we do every shoulder workout, Big Swole Bear.
Yeah, on the machine.
With this rear delt. You never see these machines, man.
This
rear delt lateral raise machine.
This machine here, you can actually do about 6 different shoulder exercises on it.
Hang on, guys. We've got some live footage from the gym.
Couple more ribs out, mate. You might just get down there. You actually trying to suck your own dick?
I got nothing. I really got nothing. I was trying to focus on the exercise.
You were focusing on something. It wasn't an exercise,
I got the
mate.
mind-muscle connection.
Oh, yeah. You mean the penis to mouth extension?
And it happens to look like I'm filleting myself.
Not getting enough at home.
Fillets himself in the gym.
Good set.
Shit.
He's always gone balls deep. He's taking it literally this time.
I'm still here, fellas. I'm sitting in between the two of you, getting f***ing murdered.
Yep, it's okay. Let's get back to the workout after that. That was...
Anyway, we hit 5 working sets, Team MassiveJoes extended hypertrophy on that first movement, and then we moved into a middle delt movement, another delicious machine, Big Swole, standing machine lateral raises.
This is a great machine, Joe, because it actually forces you to do lateral raises properly by actually not having your arms or elbows bent at 90 degrees. You actually have to lift them out far away from your body.
That's right.
Which is awesome.
You don't really wide with it.
Wide.
Which is what you want, because that's what's going to hit middle delts and traps.
Exactly. It's an awesome machine.
Yeah,
you really have to play around with it to get the positioning right with where you stand, but once you get that set, it's an awesome machine.
The perfect thing about this machine as well is I think that side raises is probably one of the most incorrectly performed exercises in the gym.
Yeah.
It actually forces you to do it correctly. You can't actually... I'm sure there's some people out there that could f this up, but it's very, very hard.
Well, it's the arc, the range of motion, that arc motion is fixed.
Yeah.
So, most people when they do lateral raises, they stuff up the movement because they drive with their wrists rather than their elbows.
And also bend their arms too much.
That's right. Whereas this kind of, your arms can't bend and you have to drive with your elbows because you can't pull it up with your wrists.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an amazing machine. We hit ourselves 5 working sets, Team MassiveJoes extended hypertrophy, and then we moved back to rear delts, Big Swole.
Yeah.
Because no one has big enough rear delts.
Ever. You can never do too many rear delts.
I've never seen overdeveloped rear delts.
No.
Not even on rowers. And they should have overdeveloped rear delts.
I've never actually thought about that, but yeah, there you f***ing go.
The thing about rollers, and this is a bit from an anatomy lesson, because the bar on the rowers stops at their like stomach.
Yes.
They're never actually going back past.
So you're saying they won't hit their rear delts?
They never hit the rear delts.
Oh, they do a little.
No, never to extension.
Yeah, never to full contraction.
Yeah.
So I think this was the exercise where you actually got schooled by one of the lovely old ladies in the gym, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was absolutely correct.
This particular exercise we're about to do now.
It was.
So we're doing face pulls.
Well, it was a superset. So as you guys can see, we supersetted standing cable rear delt flies with this delicious variation to face pulls, Big Swole.
I like actually doing it sitting down because you can't get too much body English into it. You can get a little bit, but you can't throw your whole body into it and lean back too far.
And just take note how JB is also bringing his elbows nice and high.
Yeah,
and
you have to when
nice
you're doing
and
face
as
pulls.
well.
I've normally pulled in my ears, but I mean JB's.
I'd call that more a forehead pull than a face
I like
pull.
to headbutt the bar.
Yeah,
every time, just headbutt it.
But it is a great way of doing face pulls, because a lot of the time when people do face pulls is they don't pull high enough.
No.
So they end up hitting a lot of middle back. Rather than rear delts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you're doing your face pulls, try and keep your elbows as high as possible, and if you need to pull up towards your forehead like the Big Swole Bear, pull up towards your forehead.
Also another note is you might have seen just from that last frame there, but Joey is only using 1 or 2 plates there.
Yeah.
So it's
absolutely.
a very light movement.
You're not meant to actually, use heaps of. With these two particular exercises, you won't be using a lot of weight.
Well, the rear delts are a very small muscle.
Very, very small.
So if you're isolating them correctly, I mean, anyone can do face pulls and turn them into seated cable rows.
Absolutely.
And go real heavy and stimulate a lot of back growth.
Yeah.
But if you're isolating rear delts properly, the rear delt is a very small muscle. It's not very powerful.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be able to lift a huge amount of weight.
Definitely not.
You got to focus on the form, man.
You do. Leave your ego at the door, kids.
What do they say? It says quality of the reps over the quantity of the weight.
Well, there you go.
Some
There's
shit
one
like
way of putting it.
Quality over quantity. Big Neve?
It sounds impressive.
Anyway, we hit ourselves 3 working supersets, and then we moved back to the dumbbell rack, back to another superset, starting off with middle delts with a standing dumbbell upright row.
I have to say, I haven't done this exercise for, it would be probably at least 12 months.
Very long time.
And I forgot how good of an exercise it is for your medial delts.
It's just a fantastic
because
exercise.
it gives you the freedom for your hands to move around, obviously holding the dumbbells.
Yeah.
It's awesome for really hitting those medial delts. So.
Well, a lot of people will do upright rows with the barbell, which is fine, but because your hands are fixed a certain distance away from each other, it does have potential to bring in a lot of traps.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas when you get rid of the barbell and you replace it with dumbbells, and you're more free to alter that distance between your hands as you progress through the rep, you can really keep your middle delts engaged and keep your traps. Traps are never going to go completely out of the exercise, but keep your traps out of the exercise as much as possible.
So explain to the viewers at home, Hose, what we're actually doing here. So it's a front raise, but with a twist.
Yeah, so we supersetted the standing upright dumbbell rows with the front raises with a twist, as you guys just saw. And what that twist is going to do is it's going to make sure that we're going to hit, obviously we're going to hit front delts doing a front raise, but we're also going to hit middle delts with that twist at the top as well.
So you're getting a combination of the both by getting that rotation in there.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing that putting that twist up the top, the maximum force focus of the deltoids in that particular movement is at the top of each rep.
Yeah.
So it almost by twisting, it kind of makes you really emphasize the top of the rep. So you almost pause and contract at the top of each and every rep. So you're getting the most out of the exercise.
Well, how often do you see people do front raises and they're almost doing back extensions when they're doing it?
Well, they're swinging.
Yeah.
Swinging, no control.
Yeah.
No squeeze at the top.
No squeeze.
You may as well not do the exercise.
Exactly.
Man. You may as well.
So as you can see, we're using 25-pound dumbbells.
Yeah.
Because everything was in pounds here.
Oh, it's a good gym when they work in pounds instead of kilos.
So that is what, Steve, you do the calculation. So what's that, 10? Bit over 11 kilos?
Yeah, just over 11.
11 kilo dumbbells we're using there. So they're not heavy. But it's all about having control.
This gym reminds me a lot of that one just we trained at the UK. That yellow and red gym.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
Ironworks.
Ironworks, it was too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's very ironworky.
We have to say, if anyone's in Melbourne or visiting Melbourne, where this gym is situated is Epping, which is about half an hour out of the city. It's worth the trip to go to a workout at this gym.
Just catch an Uber, mate.
Catch an Uber.
Where's Barney?
I don't know. No, he's dead to me.
He didn't show up.
He doesn't
so
show
we hit
up
ourselves 3 working supersets. on this particular exercise, and as you can see, finished off the last part of the last working superset, taking them isolateral, and then we moved on to a trap exercise, baby.
And when you see, whenever you see a new machine in a gym, you just have to use it.
You have to.
So we saw this,
especially when it's a Shrug machine.
Yeah.
See, I told you everyone was making cameos. Even Leah made a.
So this machine it's huge. Like it takes up a heap of room, but
it's a spaceship.
But it was great for hitting your traps.
Yeah.
Like awesome machine. So you won't see it in many gyms probably because they prioritize how much room it actually takes up. Yeah. But it's an awesome little machine. We did I think 3 or 4 working sets with this one.
Well, I did 5. I don't know how many you did.
But
I got undeveloped traps, man. So I do all the shrugs I can get my hands on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Shrug machine, keeping the form nice and tight. The one thing with shrugs, I see a lot of people stuff up. Once again, they start swinging.
Yeah.
A real good rule of thumb to ensure that your Shrug technique is on point is keep your heels on the ground.
Yeah.
Through each and every rep.
Yeah.
Because if your heels stay on the ground, you can't swing that shit.
Well, you don't want to be swinging, do you? You're hitting a tiny little muscle. You want to just pull those shoulders up towards your earlobes. That's all you want to do.
Well, once again, the whole, we mentioned it with rear delts, but the entire shoulder muscle group is a very small group of muscles. So you're always going to be much better off dropping the weight, focusing on form, and really isolating the muscles you're trying to isolate instead of, bringing in back and chest and arms and all this other bullshit.
Shit. Yep.
And while you're focusing on isolating those muscles, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on the mobile, don't forget to turn the post notifications on. If you like this video, throw down a comment, share it around. Until next time, where we come to and from Swole.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.